Hello everybody. Today I'm going to demonstrate for you a fuel cell car. So this car is basically a toy that you can buy. It's not very cheap though. It's about $100, $110. I'll explain why in a little bit. But basically the premise with this car is you can take water and send a small current through it. And I'm going to send use about 3-volt battery pack to send current through some water. And that's going to separate the water into hydrogen and oxygen. Specifically, the fuel cell itself is going to separate those gases for me. Once those gases are separated, then I can connect the car itself to the fuel cell, and that will convert the hydrogen and oxygen back into electricity, and the only byproduct is water. So it's pretty much an endless cycle. So I can recharge it again by connecting the battery pack, separating the water into hydrogen and oxygen, reconnect the car, have it run on the hydrogen and oxygen producing water, and then so on and so forth. Okay, so let me go ahead and get started. So this is the fuel cell itself. As you can see, this is going to be the side that the oxygen gas is going to come out of. On the other side of the fuel cell, we're going to have the hydrogen gas come out of. And the way we start this off is we first put water into this oxygen side, and we allow the membrane inside to absorb that water. Then what I'm going to do is connect a battery pack, one end to here, and then there's another end on the other side for the negative side. And that's going to allow the fuel cell to separate the water into hydrogen and oxygen. Now, one of the reasons why this is so expensive is because inside this fuel cell is a very thin layer of platinum, and platinum metal is very expensive. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you guys what it looks like for the gas to separate. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start the battery pack, and we're going to watch the water levels change. So here we go. Alright, now we're starting to see bubbles come out on the hydrogen side. That tells me that the hydrogen vessel is now completely filled with gas. Notice the oxygen is only about halfway full. Why do you think that is? Well, the answer to why there's twice as much hydrogen as in the vessel than compared to oxygen is because water is H2O. That means for every water molecule, there are 2 hydrogen atoms compared to 1 oxygen. So when we separate the hydrogen and oxygen gas, every time I split a molecule apart, I release 2 hydrogens for every 1 oxygen. Hence the hydrogen vessel is going to fill up twice as fast as the oxygen vessel. Alright, I now have the car fully charged. I have the tank on the left-hand side filled with hydrogen, the tank on the right-hand side filled with, well, half filled with oxygen. Now all I got to do is flip the switch to turn it on. That will allow the fuel cell to drive an electric current through the motor in the car. At the same time, that will allow hydrogen and oxygen to recombine to form water. So let me go ahead and turn it on. And there we go. It has one of those circuits in it that whenever the motor comes to a stop, it will rotate and allow it to find a path that it can actually start to move forward in. Some vacuum cleaners kind of take advantage of that same sort of technology. we go. As you can see, it doesn't use a lot of power, just has just enough power to kind of make the motor run and flash a couple of LEDs, and that's about it. So it's not very efficient, but it's a pretty cool concept. Okay, so that's the fuel cell car. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I hope you found this video informative.